Explain like I'm 5. What keeps your nails attached and how is it so strong? Not sure about the term fibromatose. But this is my ELI5 answer. The nail plate, commonly known as your nail, attaches to the nail bed, soft stuff underneath, which is composed of soft tissue called epithelium. This tissue is made of many layers, starting with a basement layer, and becoming more compact with each layer. This is where your nail grows from. Even though it grows from the base of the nail bed, it is still connected through the basement layer. Just like all the rooms in a house are still connected to the basement in some form. Ungual tissue. It's a fibromatose-like tissue that it's made of collagen, mostly, and other stuffs. It's strong because it's flexible. Hurts a lot when it's stressed and the nails themselves are just below bones resistance-wise. Because your nail has skin-like strings to hold it down to the nail bed and your nail actually extends farther back into your finger under your skin to hold it in. Actually like your 5. So once you have hammered your nail very well in wood, for example, friction arising from the surface of wood and surface of the nail stops it from sliding. This friction is static friction and is usually much higher than dynamic friction. This also explains why you can't just put nails in any surface without a hammer. Because you need to cross the coefficient of static friction by impulse generated by hammer. TLDR friction. I'm going to file this one under things I've never thought about that now make me uncomfortable. A more simple way to understand it. If you have ever seen anyone with longer nails, they can push down on the tip, also called the free edge, and you can see where the nail is actually produced. This is called the nail matrix. Inside, the nail is made up of very soft, wet keratin that doesn't get hard until it is exposed to air. As the nail begins to grow out of the matrix, past the cuticle, the surface begins to harden. But it is still attached to the digit because it's built this way. The nail will continue to push up until it gets to the free edge, where it becomes unattached. So, it's more that the nail is attached because it's made that way. There are things that can interfere with this. Damage to the nail plate. This can be permanent. Or damage to the matrix. Matrix damage can stop producing a nail altogether. The worst problem I've ever come across was in my local paper. Years ago, a woman who had inexpensive acrylic nails had her pointer fingernail ripped off. Almost the entire nail. She was rushed to the emergency room, losing a lot of blood, and in excruciating pain. They had to give her 2 numbing shots in the nail bed, as the nerve block didn't even touch the pain. It took 3 months for the nail to cover the worst of it. The bone at the top end of your finger kinda looks like a truck bed. The truck bed is filled with soft tissue that produce nail. Think of it like putting a crane on top of a truck bed. It's going to be hard as hell to pull the crane out of a truck bed. Sure, the crane arm is weak as hell, but the truck is immovable. Have you ever seen an uprooted tree after a storm? All those roots are what makes the tree stand upright. Your nails also have a root that attaches the nail to the rest of your body. Nails don't grow from beneath, as other comments have stated. They grow from the nail matrix, which is behind the nail plate. The tension between the wood and the metal of the nail as it's driven in tends to drive the wood grain downward with the nail, causing a lock-in with the wood grain. I'm afraid to know the answer, because then I might think more about my nails somehow falling off. Yuck. Extensions of your epidermis that just have excess keratin in them, causing them to be hard and nail-like as opposed to soft like skin. Complementary question. Why do we wince every time when we watch a movie and someone get his nails removed as a form of torture? These things are not that strong, apparently. I once went swimming in a lake on which the bottom floor was of the clay kind. Got a load of clay under my big toenail. Had to walk a pretty big distance for kid me back then. Bumped my toe on a stone pole that has always been there around the corner of where I lived. And the nail fell off just like that. No pain. Nothing. Grew back but slightly ingrown. It's in the family, which is kinda ironic. And well, that was my TEDx Nails talk. Thanks for watching. At the root of the nail there is a band of connective tissue, similar to a ligament or tendon, which connects the nail root to the bone. I've seen several names used for this tissue, including paraterminal ligaments, or posterior ligaments. Strangely, many diagrams in intro-level anatomy textbooks don't show this tissue, which is why you are probably confused.